Good morning, Hosho staff, students, and families. Ya'ate abenam. We're ready to start our day, so everybody please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Our voices are off and bodies are still. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, March 12th. Happy Friday to you. And it's the last day before spring break, so let's make the most of it. Today we have some music to listen to. Tell me what we're listening to and the composer. What are we listening to? An Irish tune from County Derry by Percy Granger. Just 2 years ago, I was in Ireland this week visiting Miss Hillock, who is the science teacher for the middle school. She was studying abroad there, and it was also just before St. Patrick's Day. There are lots of things out in the world for you guys to do. So studying abroad when you go to college, visiting other countries, understanding other people's cultures, those are all things I hope you get to do. And you will if you just stay focused on your goals. Okay, for Artist of the Week, William Adolf Bugaro, right? And we've met some people in his family even through his paintings, right? Henriette and Paul, his children, we met them. And then we had some of his, the mythical with Homer and his guide. Remember the blind bard, the poet, author attributed to the Odyssey and the Iliad. You're in 6th grade, you'll read that. And then we have the Pietà, very sad moment where Jesus is taken down from the cross and placed on his mother's lap. But then we have the one from when he was a baby and he's on Mary's lap. And so we have some paintings that depict things in Christianity, because that was the religion of the day, especially in France. And most people who could afford to have a painting would commission it, would ask somebody to paint it for them, were people who were connected with the church. So that's why we have lots of paintings that depict religious things. And then today, not a religious one. This one is called A Pleasant Burden. What does a burden mean? A burden is something that is heavy to carry sometimes, or it can be something that you don't necessarily want to do. It sort of takes away a little bit of your freedom. And in this case, it looks to me like we have a big sister and a little sister. Maybe you're the big sister or big brother, and you have a little sister or brother at home, and sometimes you have to play with them and watch them. And sometimes it's a burden and sometimes it's a pleasant burden. So he's depicting that scene here. Even in, what year was this painted? 1895. Not much has changed, right? As far as little brothers and little sisters and big brothers and big sisters having to take care of each other. Our poem of the day is Discovery by Harry Benn. It's actually the poem of the week, right? Um, in a puddle left from last week's rain, a friend of mine, whose name is Joe, caught a tadpole and showed me where its froggy legs were beginning to grow. Then we turned over a musty log with lichens on it in a row and found some fiddleheads of ferns uncoiling out of the moss below. We hunted around and saw the first jack-in-the-pulpits beginning to show, and even discovered under a rock where spotted salamanders go. I learned all this one morning from Joe, but how much more there is to know. So today we'll have a day of discovery. We're having our very first science fair today for our middle schoolers, and they had to go on a mission of discovery, finding something to figure out and put it together and see what their results were. So one day when you're in middle school, you will do the same. Okay, our Bill of Rights, right? The first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution written by James Madison in 1791. And tell me the first amendment. Let's say it together. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. What's the Second Amendment? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, but we have been on to the 6th and 7th Amendment, right? So let's say the 6th one together. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusations, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Okay, 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of common law. Okay, keep practicing. We're at 7, 3 more to go, and we'll have all of our Bill of Rights down. Birthdays. We do have some birthdays to announce. Today we have 2 birthdays. Lane's having a birthday and Jamie's having a birthday. Happy birthday to both of you. I hope you have a great day today. And then we have some birthdays over the break because we'll be gone all next week. And so on the 14th, we have Dante, Adrian, and Troy. On the 15th, Paisley's having a birthday. On the 16th, Nevaeh and Michelle are having birthdays. On the 17th, Elijah and Danielle is having a birthday. Let's see, on the 18th, Macy's having a birthday. On the 19th, Abby and Amaya are having a birthday. And let's see, on the 21st, Grace is having a birthday. And then we'll be back on the 22nd. So I'm just scanning to make sure. Sometimes they get out of order. No, I think that's all the birthdays. So happy birthday to all of you. When we come back on the 22nd after break, it's going to be all day, every day. Lots of kids in classes. We still have to wear our masks every day. Still bring your water bottle. Because we'll have a lot of kids here, we're going to have to be very careful about how many times we ask to use the restroom. Take your restroom breaks if you can at recess time or at lunchtime if you can. If we have a long line of people waiting to use the restroom because only a few people can go at a time, then that means those people are not in class. So we really need to make sure that we are responsible about asking to use the restroom. We'll have 2 visitors here today. 2 visitors from Hillsdale College. One is Miss Lewis and the other is Mr. Rothfuss, and they are going to be walking through our classrooms today. They're going to be judging our science fair. They don't know that yet. And They are going to, Miss Lewis was a cross-country star, and she's going to go to our cross-country meet that we're having today, and there's a volleyball game tomorrow, so don't forget that. I'm excited for those girls. So they're going to be here. Mr. Ruffus is going to do a sample science experiment with some of the students, and Miss Lewis is going to do a math lesson here today. So lots of things are happening today. Our very first science fair and our very first cross-country meet that we are hosting. So we're excited about those two things that were happening for the first time. When we come back on the 22nd, if you are in 5th and 6th grade, you're going to be assigned a classroom. I'm going to come around today in your math class to make sure that you have a schedule. And basically the schedule will everybody that's in your class is going to do the same schedule, because teachers will move, not students. So you'll be assigned to a classroom and your teachers will come and go, but I have a schedule for you so you know what to expect. We'll pass that out today in your math class. I think that's all we have for today. So let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today and a great break.